What they don't tell you about travel is no matter how much you research, plan, and prepare, it's inevitable that something is going to go wrong at some point. And unfortunately, that brings us to today's story. You see people online that are happy all the time, and they live these perfect lives, and it's just not real at all. This is not how I wanted my epic backpacking trip in Europe to end, but it still ended this way, so here we go. This is me arriving in Paris with my love on the morning of the France versus Morocco World Cup game in 2022.
How do you feel, Timor?
Amazed.
We stayed at a cute metropolitan Airbnb with a view of the Eiffel Tower that made us daydream about what it might feel like to quit our lives back in Canada and actually live here like locals.
We're in Paris.
It was so authentic, in fact, that our Airbnb smelled like cat pee.
It smells like pee, but the view's alright. This is the view from our Airbnb tonight. On the subway of Paris.
And then we set out to explore the city. There seemed to be a buzz in the air because of the World Cup semi-finals.
It's going to be a game tonight because I know so much about football. France versus Morocco.
Allez, le bleu.
So our mission became to find a bar to watch with the locals. It was kind of like a fantasy coming to life, to watch France in the World Cup at a bar in Paris. And then, just like that, France won against Morocco and the bar went wild! But why am I even telling you this story? Especially after I promised you something was gonna go wrong. I guess it's because that was one of the highest highs I had felt in all of my time backpacking Europe. But there's an illusion in this kind of happiness. It's the hope that this kind of joy and alignment just might last forever.
Timor, guess what time it is? 111.
I love this country.
That night, I got attached to the state of euphoria I was experiencing, rather than remembering this too shall pass. All moments are fleeting, both the good ones and the bad ones, and we can't really control when our highs and when our lows will be. As we all know with World Cup, France didn't win. And as I'm about to tell you next, I also didn't get to live out my Paris daydream. Hi YouTube, I haven't vlogged at all in the last couple days because I have been sick. I pretty much missed out on the last bit of Paris. It was bad, guys. I had such a high fever that it was hard to leave the bed. I didn't know where to get medicine, figuring out if I should go see a doctor. I was so anxious, I thought maybe I wouldn't be able to go back to Canada for Christmas. All of our plans gone. It wasn't just about the physical fear of being sick in a foreign country in a way that I hadn't experienced before. It was also about the emotional distress from realizing that running away wouldn't keep me safe from my own sadness, fear, or worry. I think I had wanted this dream of a gap year and travel for so long that when I actually arrived and was living in it and felt like I was experiencing both the highs and lows of life simultaneously, I was confused because secretly I had hoped that all of these adventures would hold the happiness that I was seeking to find. In hindsight, what I realized I was doing was romanticizing this idea of travel and what it would be like and what I would experience. So when it all came crashing down, I was met with the reality that travel is still just life. Travel is not a steady journey, and you end up learning so much about yourself, so much about flexibility. In the process, this is what travel is actually like. And tomorrow we're gonna start our journey home. First Portugal for one day, and then back to Canada.
Hey, it's Emily in Paris.
You brought tape in your colorful pencil case?
Yeah, so I could take things in as I went. So what's this one?
In this online world, people are constantly posting their best moments, so it's easy to forget that there's so much that goes on behind the scenes, especially while you travel. It's easy to think that on your journey you will always be happy. But in reality, there's so much change going on all at once that you can feel the full spectrum of human emotions in a few weeks' time, From parasites to political protests, travel is an extension of life, the good and the bad.
Good morning. It's 5 a.m. We're at the airport.
And after accepting this, travel became all the more special because I wasn't putting it on a pedestal anymore, and I became free to just explore life exactly as it is.